Hello, guys. I'm Timothy Earle with Earle Sports Bets and Picks Parlays, and welcome back to another edition of Ballin Out with Tim Earle. We got some college basketball for you guys, and today's theme is small schools. And we'll be looking at the Ivy League because Harvard is going to take on Brown. We'll be looking at the ASUN, which will have Kennesaw State taking on Queens. We'll have two plays in that one. And then we'll finish out with one of our classic ranked versus unranked matchups between Dayton and Loyola Chicago in the A10. Before we jump into this one, all of our plays are over on picksandparlays.net/Tim. That's where you can get a week pass, $70. Picksandparlays.net/Tim. Make sure you guys are also following Earle Sports Bets on all social media tabs: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Let's jump into it. Let's start off in the Ivy League, and we'll look at Harvard taking on Brown. Brown is a 2.5-point favorite with a total of 141.5. I looked at this game and something didn't seem right. Brown is 9-17 this year. They're 3-7 at home. They're awful. Taking on a Harvard team that's competing because I believe it's just top 4 that make the Ivy League tournament. So they're fighting to get their spot into the Ivy League, and Brown is favored in this one. That does not make any sense to me. Therefore, I signed up for a little bit of Brown action. I took the -2.5. It just seems like an offline to me. Let me jump on them here. Let's head to the next game, which is Kennesaw State and Queens University of Charlotte, North Carolina. Queens is a 2.5-point favorite with a total of, 171.5. Very high total here. And this is the game that we have two plays from because I saw this one. You get a Kennesaw State team that was a tournament team last year. They had a close game in their first round tournament. I believe they faced Xavier, and they barely lost to Xavier. On the opposite side, you got Queens College, which I believe is still ineligible to play in the tournament because they are within their first 4 years. But I like Queens in this one. They're 12-18 this year, but 10 out of their 12 wins were at home. They're 10-3 at home. So they look good there. Not to mention Kennesaw State not looking too good down the stretch of the season. 2-8 their last 10 games. And one reason why is because they're not playing much defense. Here's the second play. We're grabbing the over. Both of these two teams, high-scoring, high-paced offenses scoring at least 80 points a game. Both of them allowing over 80 points a game. And whenever you see that, I know 80 is 160, but with these two teams, I'm expecting a very high-paced game. Give me the over 171.5. Now let's head to the classic. Dayton and Loyola Chicago. Dayton is a 1.5-point road favorite with a total of 137.5. And yeah, I could say my ranked versus unranked system play, whatever. I don't trust Dayton. I think Dayton's going to be one of those teams that's going to get upset really early in the bracket. I know a lot of people might look at them as their dark horse or whatever, their upset alert, or they could pull off a little bit of a run. I don't see it. I like Loyola Chicago in this game. Loyola Chicago, another team. I mean, they're 13-2 at home. They're fighting for a spot in the bracket. 20-7 this year, so they have a solid record, solid wins, a couple of ugly losses. But when I look at this one, A10's got a bunch of good teams up top. It's gonna be a fun tournament coming up. I think Loyola Chicago takes this one and kind of shifts around the standings for it, so it should be fun. Give me Loyola Chicago. All the rest of our plays, because there will be more for college basketball tomorrow. Picksandparlays.net/Tim is where you can find them all. And you can follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter under Earle Sports Bets. Let's grab Brown, -2.5. Loyola Chicago game, we'll grab Kennesaw State and Queens game. We'll grab Queens -2.5 and the over. And then we will be grabbing Loyola Chicago in the final one. That's going to do it for this edition of Ballin' with Tim Earle. Thank you guys for watching, and good luck.